Yeah, it's just loading. I'll let you know. Yeah, start.
Good evening to everyone present here for the 113th episode of Future Talk series conducted by Prayaana. My name is Isha and I'm your host for the evening. I would warmly like to welcome all the viewers as well as the guests to this session. Now let's have a look at the Prayaana organization, which is a unique employability, entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem for women. Prayaana Labs give wholesome career support services right from career counseling, training, mentoring, and recruitment services under one umbrella. You can also check us at www.prayaana.org. Are you a student, a working woman, or a woman who wants to resume her career after a long break? Or do you just want to upgrade your skills? Then Prayaana is the right platform for you. It's a community hub where you can share your thoughts, ideas, and interest with women of similar interest. We also provide membership programs and learning modules with international and well acclaimed mentors. To join our community, check out our app on Play Store or visit our website www.prayaana.in. Prayaana Collective or Prakol is India's first e-commerce platform that is dedicated to the empowerment of women. The platform is uniquely designed with an attractive affiliate marketing model where all the customers are given an opportunity for lifetime savings and earnings. Check out the website at www.prakol.com. Here's how you can actively interact in today's session. You can post your queries at the live chat in our YouTube channel. The queries will be shared to the guest live and answered. This pandemic was hard on each and every one of us, especially people already struggling with mental health issues. Stress levels were at an all time high, and no means to deal with them during this unprecedented times. This evening, we have live interaction with the esteemed guest of the session, Mrs. Raina Khatri Tandon, who is going to talk to us about letting go of stress, amongst other things. Now, let's have a look at her profile. Miss Ma'am, she is the founder of POSH, India's first and only ISO certified organization for training, compliance, and auditing. She is also an
I'll just interrupt there. So I'm the founder of Right to Rise, which is India's first ISO certified POSH, POXO, and Human Rights Association. So the company's name is Right to Rise, and POSH is an act. It's a government-based act.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She's the
thank you.
founder of Right to Rise, India's first and only ISO certified organization for training, compliance, and auditing. She is also an external member to many companies in Mumbai, Pune, and Hyderabad and Chennai. She was a speaker at international various global conferences for women in leadership and gender equality. She also has completed her MS in chip designing from UK and completed her LLB from Mumbai. Over to you, ma'am.
So thank you very much, Isha. Thank you very much, Prana. And welcome to all our viewers today at such a beautiful session, which is on decluttering to de-stress. So yes, I am here today to give you all the inputs in today's pandemic where we have seen so many changes happening. And before I can show you the PPT and go on to the session live, I would ask you for 2 minutes to stay calm, to stay relaxed, to leave all your thoughts, emotions, stress levels, your work, your associations with what's next, what needs to be done, a little aloof and spend some time with us on this session because we are going to give you some wonderful tips which you can implement today and become more productive over the next few months, years, and the days to come. So I, Ms. Raina Khatri Tandon, the founder of Right to Rise, India's first and only ISO certified company into POSH, which is Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act for Women at Workplace, POXO, which is related to protection of child offenses, sexual harassment, and into stress solutions where we can design our lives, detoxifying, decluttering, and allowing to be the miraculous you, which is the bold and beautiful, confidently coming out so that we can spread that light of togetherness, growth, immense confidence as you grow. So, as we are moving on, let's just talk and understand what is that most of you are undergoing now. We have struck pandemic, something unexpected since a long time, almost 8 months now. And as we struck on this, every day there was something new. Every day there was something undecisive. Every day you had something which you never expected. So what were your thoughts? So some of you can share your thoughts if you're around. I'm sure if you are around, you would always give me the thoughts of what your present feeling is. What is that you are undergoing depends upon what you are actually thinking about as of now. What is that the upswing is happening in your mind? What is that your present personal and professional setup is talking to you about? What would happen when the new pandemic world opens in? Of course, we have certain areas and certain personal and professional setups today, which are slowly and steadily evolving. But what are you planning to do when it completely opens up? Are your plans any different from what they are today? Don't you have to equip yourself for that? And yes, before we equip, I'm sure you have all these emotions running inside you: angry, overwhelmed, crazy, anxious, happy, excited, maybe amazed, maybe worried, maybe burnt out. Oh my God, I just want to get over from these webinars and sessions and too much things which are clogging on my mind. Lost, maddening, focused for some people. Yes, they are focused even at that time because they work efficiently in stress. With all these emotions, I'm sure it's very overwhelming. It's very different for everybody. For some, it is happy, for some, it is sad. So let's get to understand, how do we really want to make it more productive? How do we want to live this happy, go getting life and be the best version of who we are today? How do you want to be productive? Do you know some of your areas? Do you know some of your regions? Some of the things in your life, if you would want to know, are these the different areas of your life. It's called the wheel of life. So as I'm talking to you, I'm going to take you through this wheel of life. It's an entire circle encompassing what are your different roles that you play today. You have different areas and zones. You have business, you have finances, you have health, family, friends, romance, personal growth, professional growth in terms of your work, physical environment. How are you spending time with nature, with air, with sunlight, with breeze, and fun and recreation? So you need to just align what are the different things you do, or what are the different zones that you spend your time with during the day. Put them on the outer circle, draw another inner circle to it, and rate yourself at every point in this. So in a physical environment, how much time do I spend in a day? How much time do I spend me time? How much time do I spend on cycling or on jogging or on Zumba or on salsa or on exercise or on any kind of fun and recreation, reading book, dancing, singing, any of those? Personal growth, your own personal growth, how much time are you spending on it? Are you learning new things? Are you adapting to technology? Finances, are you devising certain tools to manage your finances on the long run to see how you can prioritize them today so that you can be more prepared for an undecisive tomorrow? Health, of course, most of us are only very happy to take care of our work, personal and professional. But there's one important thing which will hit a toll if you don't keep an eye on, and that's your health, my friends. You need to always focus on what you eat, how you eat, what you sleep, how you rest, how do you exercise. There are little things which are important in your life. You may not prioritize it as of today, but tomorrow you don't want it to hit toll. So you need to focus on your health as well. Family and friends, without whom your lifeline is going to go dead. Family and friends are our lifeline. We live because of the people around us. They are important. Romance, yes, a lot of love, care, affection from people. Rate yourself on all these areas from 0 to 10, drawing lines from the center to the outline. When you are finished giving them points, say 5 points for health, 2 points for family, 3 points for romance, personal growth, physical environment, for your personal finances, fun and recreation, try to join the different points and you will see that it encompasses an unequal circle. So the unequal circle tells you that you have an imbalance in certain areas of your life. Maybe certain areas you're not focusing too much, certain areas you're focusing too much, and certain areas maybe even nil. Like you may not focus on your finances or your health or some other area. Start maintaining at least a balanced time on each of these activities, because giving them some kind of time is important for us to have a balance in our entire life. So stay focused on what needs to be reworked on. And how are we going to do that? We have this little wheel on the left, some kind of time management. A lot of times, I have my company team members, the people who are running different city level heads, they always come and tell me, ma'am, how do you actually manage? How do you actually manage so many things? You're a professional speaker, you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're a founder of a company, you run an organization, you run a trust, you run various mentorship platforms, you're also president of Wiki. How do you do so many different roles and still you have time for yourself? Time for your family, time for your kids, time for the finances. How do you prioritize? It's about assigning time management tips. We are already very good as women are multitaskers, we say. But one thing done at a time, beautifully focused, will allow you to spare not only time, but energy. Strictly follow a time management tip. Start putting down a plan. Prioritize them wisely. Set a time limit for each and every task. Take breaks between the tasks. Organize yourself. Keep a clean setup. Keep a very inspiring setup for you to go back to it every day. Remove the non-essential tasks and plan your day ahead. So you need to set your entire day correctly. If you have something which is not really planned well, then you would undergo a footfall of maybe some hours, spending time over something which is non-essential. And that itself will not allow you to progress because you're having something which is not working well, something which is not aligned with your system. And it will shift all your plans. Okay. Now, how do you balance and can you balance? A very interesting question is, can you balance these areas? Is it possible? What do you think? Go ahead and answer it. Do you think these areas can be balanced? Yes or no? Great. So I can see some of you answering yes, but the answer is no. So what can I manage? If I can't balance the areas, what can I balance? I can only balance time, resources with some app tools. And what could be those tools? I'm surely going to answer you here. But are you ready to learn it? I'm sure you are. So let's move ahead. Number one, control two important things in your life. One is stress, the other is anger. If you are a calm, complacent, composed person, you'll be able to do much, much higher in productivity and growth rather than the other people. So, tips to relieve stress: always do something what you like. Never leave your passion, whether you want to play the piano or the guitar or sing a song or dance or play, have a pet, exercise, meditate, go for Zumba, do your pranayama, get up in the morning, do your Surya Namaskar, listen to music, dance, have a nap, drink your coffee on the balcony, meet your friends, go for a jog, go for a Zumba, go for a salsa, go for something which makes you a pleasureful person, even reading books maybe. It depends what you like. It's not one fit for all. It's what you like to do and you want to spend your time when you have some free time. Work on that. Then an effective time management worksheet. Every day in the morning, I always tell people, first close your eyes and think of all the positive things you are blessed with. And then probably sit down to write your entire schedule. How are you going to spend your day and what is that you are going to be doing? What are the different factors which might affect you in the middle? So those are your time wasters. Set some rules that within a week I would do this, within a month I would do this, within the day I would do this. That will help you to set your goals. Of course, there will be some hitches here and there. You may or may not complete, but then somewhere on the wholesome, you'll try to get your system into place. So an effective time management worksheet always works. Write the day, write the time, write the hour, and start following this system every day, periodically, persistently, disciplined. It's not like you do it 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and then go back to whatever you were doing. It says to become a habit, it takes 21 days. I don't know if it works 21 days or not. I just know that if you systematically follow it, it will work. So even if you do it for a week or a 10 days and continue, I'm sure it will work. Or you work it out like constantly for 30 days, I'm sure it's going to work. Okay. Identify your time stealers, like going back on a WhatsApp, going on an Instagram, going on a Twitter, talking on the call, somebody coming you and telling you, can we go out? Can we go for a walk? All those things also have to be taken in considerations. Next, a time management matrix. Yes, for some people this works. It's a more corporate kind of culture where we go back to what is important, what is not important. So important and urgent, important, not important and urgent, and then not important, not at all urgent. So maybe something which is not trivial, you can put it in the last quadrant, maybe watching TV, going for a movie, meeting friends outside on a regular basis. That becomes something which may not be important on a regular basis. But something which you need to meet maybe once a week is good enough. Anything which has to be a project deadline or there is a date or a time that you need to deliver emergencies, please consider them important and urgent. And if there's something like sometimes we put not important, not urgent, and that is health. Let me tell you, not important, not urgent is never health. Health comes as a first important priority. The day, God forbid, if we fall sick, then we give it the first priority because you can't move ahead if you're not healthy. So I have seen some people when they start writing this matrix, they put weirdo things. When you're doing it alone, please write down everything and then go back to your matrix and see and reflect what you have written. Are they really important and not important or not urgent? Okay, you are your best critics, my friend. Everybody can always keep giving you advice. You can get a good mentor, a good friend's advice. If you don't have one, you can always ask one and you can reach out. And I'm sure Pranayana is doing a great job in providing you mentors. And in case you are not able to, start understanding your own self because you are your best friend. You are your best self-love person. You are the best person who can give you empathy, compassion, and also guide you in the right path. So trust yourself, believe yourself, and fill up the matrix. Also, a very important tool, Pomodoro technique, which comes in on almost all social media, newspapers, channels, YouTubes. This is a very efficient technique which many people even in the corporate world use, and I would like to share it with you. Very simple technique. You've seen a timer or a time clock which is there at every house. We use a timer when we have to cook something in time. Here there are 6 little and sweet steps. You decide on a task to do. For example, I plan to do an exercise today. Decide that I would do maybe 10 push-ups and maybe one Surya Namaskar and this. So I set a time to do my first Surya Namaskar, and then I take a 10 minutes break and then do the second one and then a 10 minutes break and then third one and a 10 minutes break. So it's ideally doing little tasks, taking 5 minutes break. And then once you finish 4 of those tasks, you take a longer break. You take a 15-30 minutes break. That break will give you a much more time to settle down whatever you have completed or not completed over the time. One task completed, second task completed, third task completed, and then take a longer break. That way you start becoming efficient, you get some room time, a me time, and also you're trying to complete the undone tasks which we're working on it on a set timer. And after 4 pomodoros, of course, after the small tasks, you take a bigger task. This is a very efficient way of saving time, of completing tasks, and also completing undone tasks. Okay, it works really well, but focus on keeping your time really strict, because if you are completing one document, say you're handling emails, you do one email, 5 minutes, second email, 10 minutes, third email, 5 minutes. So it tells you to match and complete all the 3 emails within some time. But after that, you see that you take a long break intentionally so that you can feel like coming back to your next mails because you reloaded of 300 mails or 500 mails. Okay. Next, how to manage anger. One thing was how to manage stress. Second thing is how to manage your anger. Communication is the best source of connecting people, drawing relationships. If you want to declutter your life, you need to communicate well. If you want to detox from all the negative things, detox from all the things which keep you stressed, first you have to communicate well. And when you're communicating, in case in a very angry tone, then you have to stop doing it. Understand yourself, realize the triggers which are causing in you and the warning signs which tell you, stop. I need to either take a glass of water, or I need to just move away from that place, or I need to talk to somebody, or I need to take a breathing exercise, or I need to have a muscle relaxation, or I need to just walk away from there and just take a time break. Stay away from the situation. I'm sure it's difficult to control the way we talk sometimes because we communicate with the way and behavior we have been instilled, maybe through young, maybe through environments, maybe through whatever we have learned till now. But reframing your mind, controlling your thoughts, your emotions, which cause an action is important, my friends. At any point of your life, you will come across this state where you're trying to do more, you're trying to declutter your life, but there's something which always keeps telling you, do this and do that, and pressurize you. And you get mad at that person and you just don't know what to do. You try music, it doesn't work. You try water, it doesn't work. Sometimes you walk away, sometimes you exercise, sometimes there are people counting backwards. Again, these are different strategies. What works well with you, please use that. Start using it efficiently so that it helps you to get away from what you are, makes you a weak point, I can say, so that you become more stronger to handle situations. Next, a scheduling tool. So now that you know that you have various parts of your life, you need to balance those areas of the life. You've learned about how to handle emotions, how to get de-stress, how to handle anger. There has to be some, you have managed time management tools, but there has to be something to schedule it, something to help you analyze how to make it more efficient. Yes, we create a to-do list. So in front of your desk or wherever you sit to work, always Keep an entire screen ready. Okay, these are my to-do list. Maybe you can keep post-its of different colors. You can keep an agenda completely drawn. You can have the entire table for the day with the different days, different hours. You can have the task list written down. You can have also colors in sketches. So red ones are priority, yellow ones are less priority, and the green ones are done. Or as you do, you remove the post-it and put it on the right hand corner where it's done, and then you know that these post-its are yet to be completed, so they are priority tasks. So how do you create your to-do list is completely up to you, but create a to-do list or an agenda list or task for the day. Next, maybe a post-it, maybe a chart out, maybe an important aspects of priority items on your wall. Give yourself a clean desk, my friends. You need to have inspirational quotes, action items, something which you do on a periodic basis that inspires you, maybe that person in front of your wall. Give yourself a desk which has only your laptop, a nice breather, a wonderful calm environment, maybe some kind of a compost perfume generator which gives you the fumes of being calm. Give yourself a desk which has only your desk and pen and book and not too many things, papers and items cluttered. All the time we find people who are really messy. Sometimes you don't feel like going back to your desk. So a clean desk always helps. Get ready and maintain a work schedule, a work environment from 10 to 5. So let the people at your house know that you are working. Let them know that these are your working hours. Get ready in the morning, get fresh as if you're going to office. Sit on your desk and start doing your task, whether it's writing a book, whether it's answering emails, whether it's taking care of your studies, or anything which you're maintain that schedule of work time, break time, food time, dinner time, lunch time. A dedicated workplace, dedicated time, the dedicated work schedule always helps. Secondly, assign and delegate tasks to all people at home. So it's not that if you're at home, then you can't delegate your work has to be assigned and delegated. Your homework also has to be assigned and delegated. You can always support the people who are at home to take care of the task together with you. So you can help at home, you can help at the kitchen tasks, you can help at handling the paperwork with people who are around. Let all of them know of your me time, your work time, your meeting time, and your agenda times. Set the mood of serious work. You're here to do serious work. Assign break times, casual times, coffee times, tea times, non-work related times, and let everybody know so that your friends, your colleagues, they don't call at very awkward times. Of course, sometimes time schedules don't match because there are people working with different clients who are abroad. There are people who are working with different timelines. So maybe you might be working with people at Singapore or US or Australia. But try and set a time where you can spend time with family and also set your work time. Okay, so that will give you an ease of flow. Otherwise, it will be like anytime, every time you're just working, or anytime, every time you're just resting as and when. It becomes a very haywire schedule. Managing interruptions. Learn to say no. When there are too many people asking too many things and too many expectations, don't try to be a superman or superwoman. Okay, manage your interruptions. I know we are good at saying yes, I'm sure I'll help you, yes, I'm sure I can help, yes, I'm sure I can do this, I can do that. It's good to do that when you have some time, but try and understand, if you satisfy everybody in the world and not yourself, then you won't be happy in what you're doing. For instance, if you want to sit down and complete your task and you say yes to a party which is proposed by your brother, and your mother says you have to go for a wedding, and your relatives are saying you have to be somewhere in terms of some business work or bank work, you'll be ending up doing everything other than what you have to do and complete your work. But you have to tell them, maybe I can manage this today and go there tomorrow and that day after tomorrow, but I need to complete this because this is priority as well. My work also should be completed because it has a deadline and a task. So learn to say no and to manage any kind of interruptions which come in. If you can prioritize and give some space and time for other people's work, that would be good. But don't make it a habit, because for a stress-free life, you have to be a beautiful person to love yourself first. Take a breath, give some time out, relax, be free, have some me time. Phone, no gadget time, no laptop, no phone time. Sometimes you have to just be away from them. Have an interrupter log at least for 1 week to see how many times in a day you have been interrupted by how many people. Who are those people? Try and let them know that they have certain times when they can call you, certain times when you can address them. For example, a team time or a time where the team can reach out to you, or colleagues can reach out to you, or friends can reach out to you. Not that they call anytime during the day, then it becomes difficult to you finish your task, whatever you have planned. Place this available statuses on maybe your social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn should have certain times when you want to go in, because now we are at home, we are quite prone that, if we are free, then we just get onto social media. Don't make it a repetitive form of part of your day. Then what happens is then you start becoming more unproductive being on the platforms rather than sitting and contributing to what you want to be creative at. Okay, so learn to say no, organize your workspace, keep a track log, and use your list very carefully. Manage the distractions, stop procrastination. Um, so I always have people telling me, it's very difficult when we have to create a video, or when we have to write an article, or when we have to do something creative, because what we tend to do is that we have so much time for other tasks, in terms of people interrupting us, or we getting interrupted by somebody, that when we sit down to do something, we start becoming too much critical about ourselves. We don't we don't know whether we are doing things right or we are doing things wrong. And this distractions also starts to create procrastination. We just start pushing off things. Maybe we'll do tomorrow, we'll do day after tomorrow, we'll do next week, we'll do next month. So stop being like that frog who says we'll eat tomorrow, we'll eat today. The worst thing is, eat your frog and go and stop your pee. That is procrastination. Stop wasting your time. Avoid any kind of negative minds, negative people who keep pulling you down. Oh, why do you really want to do it? Why you're maybe that's not the right thing to do. You have everything in life. Why do you really want to grow? Avoid those kind of people, because that will cause you more stress. Okay, live the way you feel is right to you. Go ahead and try and be more productive learning new technology, because today we are in pandemic. We need to learn new agile systems, be adaptable, learn the new technology systems, AI innovation systems, new tools, and always live the Nike anthem, that is, go get it. Okay, Nike tagline is just go get it, just go get it, go for it. And yes, I would, before we end this, I would like to do a 2 minutes meditation. If you would want to close your eyes, and we will just have a little meditative breather. So close your eyes, stay calm, stay complacent. Leave everything around you to set apart from you and your body. Allow your mind to be calm. Focus on your breath. Let's take 3 deep breaths. On the count of inhale for in, hold your breath for 2, and then exhale for 5. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath and exhale longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 4, 5. Hold. 2, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let your thoughts flow by. If they are troubling you, just stay still. Always focus on your breath and let your body release all the thoughts, the effects, the pain, the troubles within so that it can stay calm and motivated for the next action. So after 2 minutes, you may rub your eyes and open them. Whenever you're ready, so thank you very much. I think if you do this part of your activity every day, whenever you're feeling little tired, little stressed, little affected, maybe somebody has said something, follow the breathing exercise. Breath is a blessing given by God. It's always the best thing that you can rework on. Even if you don't have anything, just play a soft music and start breathing and realizing that you are there at the present. So thank you very much for having me. That's once again Raina Khatri Tandon, the founder of Right to Rise and RKT Foundation. Thank you, Prayaana, and thank you, Isha, Chavi, Tejal ma'am, and the entire dignitaries and everybody at Prayaana for having us here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your session, it was very informative, very inspiring, as well as very calming, surprisingly. So thank you for that. Even I use the Pomodoro technique and I make to-do lists to make my day more productive. So it was good. Like I found your video very relatable. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I have some questions for you
Yes, please.
from the YouTube comment section that I would like to ask.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'll start the screen share. So, ma'am, as you showed us, meditation is one way to de-stress. So, what are the other ways that you use to de-stress in your life?
So interestingly, like I said, there's no one fit for all. So today I might feel like, so today morning I did a session on Zumba. So there are various apps that you have on mobile phone. I think you can use any one of those apps. There is also, I would not probably want to support somebody, but there is an app called Walk, Walk, Walk also. If you just go onto YouTube and just put walk, 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 there is a lady who just makes you walk at home with the music. And that really brings back energy. Again, there are a lot of gyms and workable spaces which have started online. So just put on something if you feel Zumba is what you like. Sometimes I just do meditation. Sometimes I just do focused breathing. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I feel I should do 5 Surya Namaskars. And sometimes I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to go for a walk. So after this session, probably the next thing I'm going to do is go for a walk. Or maybe a late night when I didn't have time because I was on so many sessions, I go cycling. It depends what you like. And there is no age where you define that, nahi, main itne saal ka hu, so I can't do jogging or I can't do cycling or I can't do swimming. It's what you love. It's not about giving you tips what's there on Google or tips what is there out there. Or if somebody comes and says, Shavi comes and says, okay, I do this, so you should try this as well. This might work. Not really. What works well on me might not well work on you. It's what you are passionate about, what you like. If that is good to your body, then go do it. Sometimes even playing football, sometimes even playing basketball, sometimes playing cricket. Of course, yes, now we are in pandemic, so I don't know how much of it is allowed outside, but avoid groups. Still, you can play them as small. You can play badminton, you can play. There are so many sports which can make you feel young and alive. Stress is just when we are tired. Stress is just when we keep overthinking about a lot of things. And stress is only when we don't find solutions to our problems. And it's not a very big thing. Ideally, it's all about releasing energy which is stuck. For example, if I get a headache or if I get a backache, if I get a stomach ache, it has a direct connection to what you have been thinking earlier. You don't get aches and pains just like that. You get aches and pains when you have done something in terms of maybe speaking negative or hearing negative, or you have been thinking about something where you've not been able to find a solution. So find that solution. And so, for example, if you fought with somebody, what is the closest solution? Okay, that person is not talking to you. You are not talking to that person. So if you feel that you can just talk and solve that thing, complete it and finish it. If you can't, then just allow it to be and then just rest. I mean, if that person doesn't talk to you, why are you pressurizing yourself to talk to that person? Just let him be. Maybe sooner or later, after a week, he will be okay. But if you're going to constantly keep thinking, then you'll get a headache, you'll get a backache, because you are overloading yourself with somebody else's baggages. Okay, so stop doing that. And like I said, it's not one fit for all. Try what you love doing, because I'm not going to tell you read a book, okay, do exercise, do pranayama, do a meditation. It's not about what I say, it is about what you like. Okay, follow that. I'm sure your passion will show you your way.
Sure, ma'am, I'll keep that in mind for sure. Okay, so the next question is, people have been struggling mentally during this pandemic a lot. So do you have like any advice for them?
Yes, please start talking to people. The only advice I have is, people suffer in pandemic because of some mental health, mental depression, mental anxiety, because they don't have anybody who they can talk to. You don't find time to even talk to your parents, if I say. Okay, we have parents, we have siblings, we have friends. We don't talk, we only talk work. If you have some work, then you go and talk to them. Don't do that. See, pandemic is in turn, it's a blessing. It's given you some time to retrospect inside yourself. It's given you some time to respond to another person. Take some time off your day, off your schedule, off your studies, off your work, and just go to that person and say, okay, can I help you? Can I just be around here? Can I just probably carry this from here to there? Can I just understand what are you doing? Maybe if you're reading a book, what are you reading? Or if you're watching TV, what is that you're doing? Or even calling and saying, oh, I just thought it's been so long. I just thought we'll just catch up for some time. Of course, that person is going to ask you this weird question. Oh my God, did you call with some work? Because I've got people asking me that. How come did you call me? Oh, I'm blessed that you call me, and they'll call you all these weirdo things. But um, it's not about you, or it's not about them. It's about just hearing out, listening out, understanding. Sometimes they have these stress levels very high, they don't know what to do. Whether it's a child, whether it's a teen, whether it's an adult, whether it's an old person, all of these persons have the same problems. Nobody to listen to, nobody to speak to. If you do that, I think all the problems will go, because solutions will only come out when you communicate.
Yes, ma'am, I totally agree. Once my friend called me and I was like, "Ki, why are you calling me? Do you want something?" So yeah,
Yeah,
that is the mentality we have right now, but I'll try to broaden my mind a little bit and
sure,
incorporate
sure.
your
I
ideas.
think you bringing this up on this platform itself is a very big thing. See, awareness is always the first level for change. If you want to become a great personality, a wonderful motivator, a great influencer, and a person who really feels that change is important as a change maker, always feedback and always change happens only from within. It's when you are ready, then the world also will be ready.
Okay, yes. Thank you, ma'am. So
Thank
the
you.
next question is, how do you separate, like, so if you're having a stressful day at work, how do you separate that from your professional life?
Okay, so uh, personal life and professional life, both things are interconnected. And let's not understand we are not robots. Okay, so all days will not be the same. So I'm not going to be faking it. I'm not going to be joking around. There are days when you get angry. There are days when you can control. It's totally fine, because if you're not going to expel out that anger, वो भी बहुत बुरी बात है, वो भी अच्छी बात नहीं है, क्योंकि आप पूरा जो एंगर है, जो फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, जो जो आपके अंदर वो जो भरा हुआ है, अगर आप उसको रिलीज नहीं करोगे, it will become a constriction. That's why we get heart attack, BP, blood pressure, diabetes, क्योंकि हम लोग सब जमा कर के रखते हैं. अगर हम जमा करके रखेंगे तो हमारा ब्लड फ्लो मूव नहीं होता है. Because of the blood flow not moving, that's where we have all these issues coming up. So if you're stressed, expel it out. इतना ही है तो जाके बाथरूम में चिल्ला लो, इतना ही है तो जाके रूम में चिल्ला लो, अकेले में चिल्ला लो, और इतना ही है तो वो आदमी को बोल दो, look, I am actually very angry on you, please don't mind, but I want to scream and shout and yell at you, don't mind. But unless I don't take it out, it's going to trouble me inside. So at least the person is prepared that आप चिल्लाने वाले हो. Now intentionally you don't want to hurt that person, so you have told him. But you are frustrated and angry about certain things and you want to communicate. For example, many times I just go and tell my son, I'm not really wanting to really shout at you, but I'm getting really mad over certain things. So can I shout? And he says, yeah, mama, go ahead. And he listens. Okay. Once he listens, he then maybe while listening, he understands that this is what the problem is. The problem is not the person. The problem is that you're not able to help the person. So he comes back to me and says, Mama, you're not actually angry on that person. You know something? You said this line. And this line means कि आप उनकी help नहीं कर पा रहे हो, इसके लिए आप agitated हो. आप उनके ऊपर गुस्सा नहीं हो. So it's not only just shouting out, but that person also in turn, whether he's small or he's big, is going to give you a solution because he's hearing you out. By listening to a person, sometimes you find solutions for your own life. But the problem is that we don't listen. The problem is we only want to talk. Okay. So ideally, if you want to expel something, please expel it out. If you can control it, great. But then after controlling it, allow it to move. If you're going to hold it in your head constantly, वो आपको trouble करेगा, you'll fall sick. If you can allow your mind to forget and forgive, great. That's a very difficult thing to say and to do, but if you can, then amazing. You're the most powerful person if you can forgive and forget. Otherwise, expel it out, because most depressions, anxiety, frustration happens only because of that. You're not able to speak out to a person, you're very silenced out, you're keeping it within, and a lot of pressure maybe because of the situation. So certain things are highly situational, certain things are highly focused because it could be something related to study, it could be something related to a mental depression, it could be something about death of a person, it could be something very different, it could be about a COVID situation. Now you don't know how to help that person, so it could be it could be multiple things. But I would just say that for every problem there is a solution, and the solution can only be found out when you communicate and let the other person know. Yeah.
Okay, yes, ma'am, for sure. Thank you. The last question actually is the anxiety level in students has gone up considerably. Like there's a study that has proven this. And as you just mentioned that you have a son, so like what do you think? Is it true? And what do you think about it?
Yeah, because we are always seeing each other's face. So anxiety level is going to go up. I think we as individuals, we as humans, we are so used to being people's person. Okay. We like to meet a lot of people. Most of the time we were out. Okay. When we were out, we meet different people. We meet different personalities. We understand what they are talking. We communicate with them. We are always interacting. But now what's happening is, now we are restricted from the entire world. We are always home. We are constantly seeing the same family members, the same children, the same husband, same wife. So what happens is our ego levels have gone up because we don't even have, some of them don't have house help. Some of them don't have maids and other help. So if one person is to do all the responsibilities, sometimes anxiety level goes up. Same way, आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, आप बाहर जाते थे तो बच्चों के साथ, बाकी बच्चों के साथ मिलते थे, फ्रेंड्स के साथ मिलते थे. It's different when you are going and meeting a person in person, and it's different when you're doing everything on the laptop. Technology can't be replaced with emotions. Technology cannot be replaced with individual selves. So yes, it is bridging the gap, yet it cannot replace a human's emotions, thoughts, and feelings. So there will be a lot of things which are different, but we need to understand at the moment we have no choice. So that mindset change has to happen from within. It can't happen from anywhere. I have to understand. I have to understand that I have to accept, be aware, and I have to undergo this change of adaptability. Adaptability and agility is the new pandemic you. एडेप्टल मतलब आप जो भी सिचुएशन में हो उसको समझो, जानो और चेंज करने की कोशिश करो. Change is not easy, but change is inevitable. You have to undergo a change someday. And agility is whatever a person is saying, try and see if you can fit in. If I can't do law, can I do IT? If I can't do IT, can I do engineering? If I can't do engineering, can I do something else? Why is a person telling me to do that? Maybe I have certain skills and that's why he's giving me a suggestion. He's not telling you completely do it. He's telling you, you can plan for it. Did he tell you नहीं यही करना है? अगर वो यही करना है बोल भी रहा है, आप तो वही करोगे जो आपके दिल में आता है. तो एटलीस्ट कम्युनिकेट करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? बोल दो कि भाई, you know, I do understand कि आप मेरे लिए अच्छा चाहते हो, but this is what I feel, and I think my opinions matter. So there's nothing which is difficult, but the way we communicate. Instead of screaming, yelling, getting mad, instead of getting mentally depressed, instead of getting into an anxiety, oh my God, this has happened. What is the solution? We always work on the solution of the problem and not on the person. Okay? So I think that should help you.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Yeah.
So with this, we have reached the end of the question answer. Thank you, viewers, for posting the questions, and thank you, ma'am, for answering them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prayaana, again. And thank you very much, all the host, moderators, dignitaries, and everybody who's behind this wonderful initiative. Thank you.
I'm just one second. So do share your feedback to our YouTube channel as a comment. And for advertisements or sponsorships, mail us at joinprayaana@gmail.com. In the end, I would again like to thank you, ma'am, for being such a wonderful guest. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you